Are you serious? Are you serious, guys? The man with the plan. I've never seen so many media members so afraid of one man in my life. The man with the China plan, Elon Musk. What is going on? Let me talk about that here in just a second. But first, and I got to share with you something here. And then I'm going to share a little bit from the webinar coming up starting tonight at 6 o'clock. I'm going to share a little bit of Agent X and the underground facility that he toured. I'm going to tell you about it. I want to let you hear it for yourself. God is saying when he created gold, he created a biblical currency. Well, guess what? Gold has been surging 46% in less than a year, doubling the gains of the NASDAQ and the S&P 500. But this isn't just another rally. Global reserves are shifting, exposing the cracks in the monetary system. Investors are losing confidence in paper gold and demanding the physical metal, creating a massive gap between the gold that is owned and the gold that's available. That's not good. But this isn't about how institutions are broke and that type of thing. This is about how you can profit over this windfall and this shortfall. Because right now, Noble Gold Investment has plenty of they've got a limited supply, but they've got gold bars that are ready to ship and gold coins. So if you go there and purchase, they can ship it to you. As banks scramble to fulfill their obligations, pushing gold prices even higher, you can profit off this situation. Smart investors are already moving into physical gold. Noble Gold Investment makes it easy for you to do the same. Right now, folks, if you qualify with a gold purchase or a rolling over your 401k into an IRA, Noble Gold Investment, just go right there to www.pastorpaulgold.com. They will give you 1/10 of an ounce gold coin for free. That's like a $300 blessing. They'll do it. Here's what you do. Go to www.pastorpaulgold.com or pick up the phone and call them at 877-646-5347. You'll be so happy that you did. Tell them Pastor Paul sent you there. All right, guys. Let's talk about Elon Musk for a minute here and this plan, the China plan, the man with the China plan, I think is what we could probably say. And then I'm going to share with you some of Agent X tour of an underground facility. The Pentagon is going to brief Elon Musk today about a potential war with China. And for some reason, the media is losing their mind. But the Pentagon is scheduled today to brief Elon Musk on U.S. military plans for any war that might break out with China, according to 2 U.S. officials. Another official said the briefing would be China-focused, without providing additional details. A fourth official confirmed that Elon Musk was to be at the Pentagon today, but they did not offer any details. Hours after this news of this planned meeting with Musk was published by the New York Times, the Pentagon officials and President Trump denied that the session would be about military plans involving China. China will not be mentioned or even discussed, Trump said in a late-night social media post. It wasn't clear if this briefing with Musk would go ahead as originally planned, but providing Elon Musk access to some of the nation's most closely guarded military secrets would be a dramatic expansion of his already extensive role as an advisor to the president and leader of his effort to slash spending and purge the government of the abuse and waste and just unbelievable criminal activity of stealing the American tax dollars' money, shipping it everywhere. But here's the thing. Let me just say to the media, it's not an expansion of his role within the government. Elon Musk has had a top secret clearance for years. I mean, this guy is the man who's sending rocket ships into the sky. He's launching satellites all over around the world. He's launching military satellites and communications and reconnaissance and satellites that have the capability to even to turn on and turn off nuclear weapons. he has, this guy is already cleared. He's already at the highest levels of clearance. So bringing him in and briefing him on what the military may need from him as it relates to SpaceX, as it relates to China, no big deal. He's already been there. He's already done that. He's already doing that. So the media is on this assault, on this witch hunt, on this sabotaging of one man. And here's why they're doing it. Because they don't want him to continue to expose the waste, the abuse, the theft of the American tax dollars that's being thrown around all over this country, all over the different political affiliations, all over congressional members, all over big donors, all over global agendas that are fueling some of the most ridiculous stuff. They know they've been abusing the system. They know they've been stealing us and robbing us blind. They know he's figuring it out. And so there's sabotage on the Tesla cars. There's abuse and there's attacks and there's hatred and there's all this propaganda like he's going to do something. He's going to mess with our Social Security. Are you serious? He's the guy that found out that they've given millions and millions and millions of dead people Social Security checks. You want to know why Social Security can't hardly ever raise the amount of money they give to each individual? It's because they're giving more to dead people than giving to the people who are alive. Are you serious? Are you people, do they think we're idiots here? We knew this was going on. We knew this abuse. We knew this criminal activity was going on in Congress. We knew these senators who won't never go away, who will not submit to term limits, who just sit there for 30, 40, 50 freaking years. Just so they go in there without two nickels to rub together and they leave there with $100 million net worth, $80 million net worth, $240 million net worth. Are they? I mean, come on, folks. We know, and they run around and they do this, and people are sick and tired of we are just tired of it. Let Elon Musk, I don't care if he sets in on these meetings with the Pentagon strategically. They need this guy's technology, and he wants to help protect America. That's right. They have no respect for our nation. They don't care about me and you. They actually hate us. They think we're useless, worthless, whatever else. It's just crazy. Pastor Paul, is it 6 o'clock yet? No, it's not. We're 5 hours away. The webinar's 5 hours away. Guys, we're 5 hours away. Get your tickets right now so I can send you your links exactly at 6 p.m. this evening. Do it now, guys, because this webinar is off the chain. Wow. Matter of fact, can I share with you guys? Can I just share with you maybe 4 minutes of this webinar? Now, this webinar, I'm trying to remember. I know that L.A. Marzulli's interview is an hour and a half. Rex Bears is about an hour and a half. Laura Eisenhower's about an hour and a half. Mine presentation on my chapter 10 in my book, Revelation 9:11, is 50 minutes. Bart Begley has a great 30-minute documentary on the history of UFOs going back 400 and 500 years. And he shows you and brings it to you in an incredible way. Agent X is a little over an hour. We interview 15 people from the audience who give us their firsthand account of abduction. Some of them were tell about how they were abducted. Some seen UFOs. Some seen UAPs. Some seen creatures in the woods. And there's pictures. Some have pictures. Some have footage of flying crafts that are the weirdest thing I've ever seen. These are alien encounters. We got 15 different people who share their story. That's about a 2.5 hour presentation. It's incredible. Matter of fact, let's just share. let's just, but if you can't get your ticket today and you're waiting till you get paid, maybe that's fine. You'll be able to order the ticket later down the road if you need to. It'll be there, okay? And once you get your ticket, you can watch these, all of these eight different presentations. You can watch them over and over and over again. You can watch them in any order you want to. I'm going to take you to, this is Mike from around the world. His is over an hour. I mean, these are incredible, incredible presentations. I want to, can I do that? I want to see if I can do this. I'd like to, I don't want to remove that. I want to pop that up there. Can I do that? Okay. Can we make it a little bigger? That's better. All right. I want you to, this is, let's do about 4 minutes with Agent X. I think I can do that. I just want you to hear a little bit about, I mean, he tells you, this presentation's crazy, the stuff that he gets into. I want you to hear a little bit about that underground tour he took. He has a top secret clearance. Here we go. How do you do that? I guess I got to go over here and hit the button. Is that how I do it?
And what you're talking about right there, I had the opportunity with a former senior ranking military officer had taken over the command of this area, and he was a friend of mine. And he realized that I had the access, but I just didn't have the need. He gave me the need and gave me a tour of his facility. It is located in northern part of New Mexico, the one that I was able to visit. Now you wouldn't if you saw it from above, you would not even know it's there. It is so concealed. But Pastor, we went there, and I was not the word fear didn't overcome me, just overwhelmed at what was occurring. I mean, they were dealing with hybrid type cloning activities. It was completely medical. This is a medical like facility. It looked like you were entering into a hospital operating room. I mean, I'm not a medical professional, but all the equipment, the respirators, the monitors, the containment areas, the glass cases, what they put like prenatal children in, all of that was there. And Pastor, there were things that you cannot imagine. People, bodies, parts of bodies, mutated bodies, deformed things, animals, mutated animals, and they were all doing. And I wasn't allowed to go into the area. I could watch them through the large glasses, but I'm sitting there saying, I was telling my friend, what have you gotten yourself into? And he took the position because he was the liaison for the agency, and what they were doing genetic and DNA modifications testing. And I said, where did you get some of these things? He said, well, that's a completely different program now, and we can't really go there. But Pastor, I'm telling you, it was underground, 4 stories underground, run by a major laboratory, controlled by the Central Intelligence Agency. NSA didn't have anything to do with this. It was all CIA, and a couple major aerospace companies were providing support. A couple of these were what they call FFRDCs, federally funded research and development centers. FFRDCs were working in this, and the people that were there were extremely intelligent. Most of them were medical doctors, PhDs. The numbers of people involved in it was very limited. But however, Pastor, there were some things going on there. It lines up exactly like the end of days that you talk about when you talk about the Nephilim.
Yeah.
And I'm sure what L.A. Marzulli talks about, that's right up his wheelhouse. But it's going on. And then this was 18 months ago.
Now,
18 months ago.
18 months ago. So when you,
oh no, this is happening right now. This isn't
way back in the day. This is
no. This is happening.
When
this
you
is
say
happening right now.
Non-human intelligence, okay. So let's talk about the clones first. So there's cloning going on, I take it.
Oh, exactly. Oh, guarantee you.
Are these clones? So, but these clones have to grow. I mean, you create another body or another living being of some sort, and it has to grow. It's from a baby, because
exactly. Well, it starts off at the cellular level, the molecular level. They are basically playing God here, and it starts off at the molecular, the extraction of DNA, the extractions of the cell, the insertion into the
mother
cells. Exactly. The zygote is touched with this tainted material, and it goes from there. Now, here's the sad thing. This is just my opinion, no fact. I think some of the bodies they got from some of the people they were.
Okay, I have to stop right there, because where he's going now, I can't put that on here on YouTube. So that's just about 4 minutes of a very incredible interview with Agent X. It's an hour and 14-minute interview. He really gets very detailed in what he encountered. 4 stories under the ground at that secret laboratory there in northern New Mexico. And I'm sure this isn't the only one. But this is, as you heard him say, this is not being done. This isn't aliens we're talking about where he went. This was genetic experiments, including cloning and other very strange. Jesus said, as it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be in the coming of the Son of Man. Well, what was going on in the days of Noah besides eating and drinking and marrying and giving in marriage and just doing whatever people wanted to do? What was also going on was manipulation of the DNA and the gene code and the genome through fallen angels who were taking women of who they chose and were impregnating them, and they were giving birth to giants, Nephilim, half man, half fallen angel, and they were superhuman. I mean, these things were giants. And they were evil, and wickedness was going on, and genetic manipulation was going on all over the earth, to the point that God said, "I've got to stop this. I've got to end this. For all flesh is corrupted." It's not just to humans, but they're doing it to the animals. So you can read this for yourself. It's in Genesis chapter 6, and it even said that this happened before and after the flood. So in other words, even though we know that everything was getting wiped out and God was starting over, they did it again before and after, because when Joshua and the children of Israel went into Canaan, there were tribes of giants, Nephilim everywhere, Nephilim. And this lizard mentality, this reptilian spirit of Satan permeated the earth again. And folks, the technology to do this is happening again. And this man, who spent 35 years in the federal government, and he tells you they're trying to recruit him back, and he don't want to go. He loves the Lord. But he's sharing with us what's going on in the dark side. So I'm going to stop right there. If you go to my website, PaulBegleyProphecy.com. You can get your ticket and listen to all of these unbelievable presentations. Laura Eisenhower, she absolutely tears the deep state apart. She's the great granddaughter of President Dwight D. Eisenhower, who warned us about the military industrial complex, who briefed Kennedy on it, John F. Kennedy on it, and told him, said, look, you got to understand, this isn't good what they're doing. And this isn't good where we're going. And we know what happened to Kennedy. This is an incredible secret space programs and everything. You'll have to hear all of this. And then Mike Around the World drops so many bombs, I can't even think of which one to tell you about. It's just an incredible webinar. So, guys, go get your tickets today. We're releasing this. This webinar is released at 6 p.m. tonight. At 6 p.m. tonight, you'll get your links emailed to you, and you'll be able to start watching it live. You'll be able to watch any of the speakers in any order you want to, as many times you want to from now on. And you don't have to have a special code and any of that. You're going to get an email with the link. You click it, you got it. Okay, you're in. So I'll be back with more information. We're just 5 hours away. We're just 5 hours away from alien encounters. Now, you can go straight to my website and order your ticket right now, or you can pick up the phone and call. And the number to call is 765-414-2230. That's 765-414-2230. If I need to open a second line, I will. If you call, that line is busy. Just wait 5 minutes, call right back, and get ready, okay? And if I need to, I'll open a second line here in the next hour or so. I'll let you know. But guys, it's getting crazy. Someone just said, Shirley Anderson just said there's been a 6.0 earthquake has hit Alaska. Yeah, 6.2. 6.2, Shirley. And a 6.2 earthquake has hit Panama just before the 6.2 hit Alaska. Actually, a 6.2 earthquake hit Panama. 3 minutes later, a 6.2 earthquake hit Alaska. So the earth is shaking and quaking, and the devil's back is breaking, folks. So it was 6.5 at Panama. They have now downsized that to 6.2. And then 3 minutes later, 6.2 hits Alaska. And then Alaska's had a 5.7, a 5.0, a 4.6, a 3.6, a 4.6 aftershocks immediately after that. So we have a 6.2 powerful, very shallow earthquake in Panama. That's not good. Followed by a 6.2 earthquake in Alaska that is only 17 kilometers deep. Now, also, of course, we had that massive volcano that erupted over in Indonesia yesterday. And Mike Around the World was talking about that with me last night. So, I mean, we've got a lot of stuff going on, guys, a lot of stuff going on. We're living in the end times. Give your life to Jesus Christ. I'll be back, okay? I'll be back with more. There's more stuff happening. I'll be back. And we're 5 hours away from the release of the webinar that it will be talked about for probably, it will be talked about a lot. I'll promise you that from the information you get on this one. Are you serious? I mean, it's getting crazy out here. I mean, it's really starting to get crazy. And I was thinking about it. It's beyond crazy.
Get your tickets. I repeat, get your tickets. Alien encounters. Are you serious?